In this video, I will talk about JSON files, their advantages, and how you can create, read, and convert them into data frames for further analysis. A JSON file is a lightweight text format used for data interchange. It is easy for humans to read and write, and easy for machines to parse and generate. It is mainly used to represent data structures and objects in web applications, and is a common format for exchanging data between different systems and applications. APIs that provide data, such as weather data, financial data, and other web services, often return responses in JSON format. On the other hand, when developing machine learning models, the hyperparameters to be used can be stored and shared in JSON files, making it important to know how to handle them. Unlike a data frame, which has two-dimensional structure, JSON uses a key-value pair structure similar to objects in JavaScript, allowing the storage of information using various data structures. Here we can see that the key address contains a dictionary, and the key phone numbers contains an array. To create a JSON file, the first thing we will do is import the JSON library. We will use a dictionary to include the information we want in our file. Here we have a dictionary called news, which has a key called pagination, whose value is a dictionary, and another key called data, which is a list of dictionaries. In data, we have records of 3 news articles, each of them with the author's name, title, source, category, language, country, and publication date. To create the JSON file, we will use the with keyword to ensure the file closes correctly, followed by the open function. Inside the parentheses, we specify the name we want for our file and use the W parameter to indicate that we want to write to it. If the news.json file does not exist, it will be created, but if a file with that name already exists, its content will be replaced. We assign the alias file to this object. We then indent the next line and use the json.dump function. This function converts the news dictionary into a JSON object, which is the file. The indent equal to 4 parameter is optional and is used to improve the readability for the created JSON file by adding an indentation of 4 spaces to each level of the JSON structure. I will open this file from the Windows File Manager by dragging it into an open Notepad file. And we can see how the information is well organized in a way very similar to a dictionary. Let's see how to load the news.json file. We use the with keyword again, the open function, and the file name. But this time, instead of using the W parameter, we use the R parameter to indicate that we want to read the file. We assign the alias file to it. To load the information from the file, we use the json.load function, placing the alias inside the parentheses. I am storing this information in the news object. If we want to see the contents of the data key, we use the name of the object containing the information, and within brackets and quotes, the name of the dictionary. If we want to get only the information corresponding to the author Gorka Pereira, we can use a list comprehension like this. Here, item represents each dictionary contained in the data key. The expression for item in news data indicates that we are iterating over each dictionary in the list of dictionaries. And the condition if item author equals to Gorka Pereira specifies the value we are looking for.